Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to some more F1 My Team Season 3 on the F1 2020 game. So this time around, we're heading on into the Canadian Grand Prix. Of course, we had a stunning drive at Azerbaijan last time out. Going to pump these out more regularly. As you see, it's going to be consecutive uploads here. Let's see what we want to upgrade today. I think I want to touch a little more on the powertrain department because everything else seems to be in good working progress. So I think I want to trigger these major upgrades in the next couple of days before the Canadian Grand Prix. So let's start here with the fuel flow regulator. We will develop this regularly. I think that comes just after the Canadian Grand Prix anyway, so that is good. We'll save up some more for the other one. Let's see if we can make it in time. Alright, we have not generated any new resource points, so we still sit on 968. Let me just check and see if there's any minor upgrades we can do in this time, but I don't think there are any. It's all ultimates and then this major that we're waiting on. So yeah, it seems like we want to save up these resource points for future developments, major and ultimate developments. So let's just head on into the Canadian Grand Prix, and I'll do all the practice programs as always, and then see you later for qualifying. Here we are at the qualifying session of Canada. I had a solid practice session, had a lot of fun doing it as well. We have some decent pace here, and I'm hoping to replicate what I did during practice here in qualifying. Gonna drop my wings a little to 3.7 wings to see if that can help us get a little more time. Okay. As I was speaking, Jeff says we're going to get rain towards the end of the session, so we got to head out quick. So let's just head out. Park permit regulations, of course. Let's drive out and see if we can make some good time here. Alright, here we go. First lap of Q1, right behind Max Verstappen. Let's see what position we get. We get pole in Q1. Nice. Alright, let's just head on into the garage and see. Wait it out a little, see where we are, and see if we need to do another lap. I said see so many times there. At the end of Q1, we're still at pole position with Max Verstappen. No one could beat our time right now, and I think it was raining towards the end of the session anyway, so a lot of cars gave up on their runs. Jack Aitken, De Vries, Grosjean, Albon, Magnussen, and Schumacher all failed to qualify for Q2. Let's see what time we put in at Q2. Alright, coming in for our first lap of Q2. We may be a little slow here. So, I say slow, we're in P4. Might be good enough to see us into the next round, we'll see. Alright, we are slightly faster in our second lap here of Q2. We crossed the line in P3. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here. And we shall see if we still need another run in the next round, or before the end of Q2. We do not need another round as we see ourselves in P3 still. Max Verstappen in pole, and then Lewis Hamilton splitting us apart. Knocked out of Q2 are Latifi, Giovinazzi, Russell, Ocon, Perez, and Kvyat. So let's head on into the next round. Hopefully we can get a good starting position. Alright, first lap of Q3, and I think the only lap we'll do is where do we sit? Let's see. Should be pole second. I guess we just missed out after Max Verstappen, who gets pole position then. Let's see.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Verstappen, Lucky, and Lewis Hamilton. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid line up for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
The gaps here are very interesting because Max Verstappen takes pole. We are 4 seconds behind him on 111.3, and then Lewis Hamilton is behind him on 113.6. So that is quite different. That is a significant difference. We are 2 seconds ahead of Hamilton, and the Max Verstappen is a total of 6.6 seconds ahead of Hamilton. So that is quite bizarre to see. But anyway, the race is left. Let's head on into race weekend, and hopefully we can whip out another podium finish.
We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. If you want flat-out racing, you've come to the right place this weekend, as it's full throttle for 59% of this 2.7-mile circuit, peaking at around 210 miles per hour going into the final chicane. But that speed requires discipline, and there are more than a few close walls here just waiting to punish drivers with a heavy right foot. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Lucky completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Stroll, Charles Leclerc and Gasly, Ricciardo, Sainz, Bottas and Lando Norris, Kvyat, Perez, Esteban Ocon and Russell, Latifi, Magnussen, Alexander Albon and Roman Grosjean. Aitken, Giovinazzi, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Schumacher and Nick de Vries. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Keep the momentum going is the correct term. We are starting in the front. Of course, it's going to be a dry session today. Let's play around with our strategy again. Ever since last time, of course, we've had a lot of good progress with our tire wear. So let's see if we can replicate that today. If we are going to do 2 stops, I think I'm going to try this strategy, a soft, medium, soft strategy. We're going to drop our fuel load to just under 35 laps, so let's go with that, 34.3, because it is a fast circuit and we need to put the throttle down often. Okay, there we go. We are riding on 95 AI driver level, so I bumped it up from the previous level, which was 95, so it is going to be a little more challenging for us, but that is no difference to us because we have a strong car, strong starting position. And here we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going. Alright, off we go. Max Verstappen having a slightly better start than we do. Alright, defending our teammate from behind. Collision with Hamilton, more like he collided with me, but let's keep going. Max Verstappen is pulling away, which is good to see. We want to get the front 2 grid positions as well as fastest lap so that we can maximize our constructors points for the weekend. Okay, we gotta start pushing now. Hamilton's hot on our tail. Max Verstappen is zooming ahead. Guess he's putting everything into use today. Oh, did I take a hit there? No, I did not. Okay, good. Just about missed the wall there. Alright, come on Verstappen, let's pull away from Hamilton and everyone. We'll take our corner cut. That's fine. We'll have to watch out later. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap. We are pulling very quickly away from Lance Stroll. Where did Hamilton go? Did he pit because he got wing damage from crashing into me? Perhaps. Stroll is 3 seconds away. Leclerc, Gasly, that pack is far behind us. Let's see if we can get a fastest lap here. Gonna try and push closer to Verstappen for the DRS, which will be enabled this lap, I believe, lap 3. Let's see. Let's see if we can get close to him. Another corner cut, that's fine. No more mistakes now. Yes, we got the fastest lap. Alright, we are comfortably ahead now. Max Verstappen within our reach for DRS. We are still looking very good in the lead. Doesn't seem like any other cars will really threaten our dominance right now in this race, but that is all to play for when pit stop strategies come into play. Let's see what happens in the next couple of laps. Got DRS off of Max Verstappen. Let's try to push closer to him. Alright, what strategy is he saying? Lap 11 or lap 10. I'm gonna stay on our current strategy. I mean, right now the tires seem optimal. Oh, I'm outside DRS range from Verstappen, that's fine. As long as we are 1-2, that is all I can ask for. Alright, let's take a look at our tire wear. We're still on 22%. That is looking good. Once our tire wear hits 30-40%, that's when things get a little dicey, so let's keep pushing. Pushing with Max Verstappen here. Alright, battling Max Verstappen here. I've been constantly on his tail. As you can see, all the other cars are far behind us. I hit the brakes there accidentally. My hands kind of twitched. Ah, there's lag on my screen. Alright, I think we are entering our pit lap. Let's see what happens if Max Verstappen pits this lap. I am going to go one more round and see if we can get the next round, so the overcut on Max Verstappen. Also, it's for team purposes. If Max gets an unimpeded pit stop, as well as myself, then we are in a better chance of getting first two positions on the Grand Prix. 10-second gap to the rest, so it seems like we are battling our teammate in this one. Alright, yep, Max Verstappen pits, so we are going straight on for another lap and then moving on to the mediums. Alright, good turn, heading on into the pit lanes now. Bottas, Verstappen went on to another set of softs apparently, so I guess he's doing a soft medium strategy. We're doing the soft medium soft strategy. Going into the pit lane. Here we go. Crashed into the styrofoam whatever sign there for 80 kilometers per hour. Here we go. Let's see if our boys can give us a strong pit stop. Ah, slow. 3 seconds. Yikes. How are you giving us 3-second pit stop, guys? Alright, we should be... Okay. There we go, we're right behind Max Verstappen, 2 seconds behind him because of that slow pit stop. Let's see if we can catch him. Driver in front.
Max is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 2.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was at 1 minute 10.3.
Alright. So they are putting in some decent laps. But I'm equaling his lap times. Almost. I'm just a tenth slower than him. But yeah. We should be getting better as tire wear progresses. Weather report. Oh, Nicholas Latifi's out of it, doesn't it?
No rain currently expected. Dries seem like the best tire for now.
Williams having reliability issues as Latifi's out of the session, but yeah, those clouds are not of concern right now. It says dry conditions until the end, so let's see. I hope there is no rain. I mean, there was no rain scheduled. Alright, lap 20 now. Okay, we're given a new strategy. No, I think I want to stay on the softs. Not gonna convert to the mediums.
We're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing.
Yeah, because I'm doing a lean laps, bro. Alright, our lean laps have given us all the fuel we need. That was my plan, because we can do that now. And then once we hit our soft compound stint, we can start pushing it really for maybe more fastest laps attempts, and also to put pressure on Max Verstappen, who will probably be on medium compound tires. So let's see. That was a corner cut earlier, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, teammate is in the pits.
Max is coming in for a stop.
Time to push really now, so that I can get at least a 15-minute gap to Verstappen, maybe more. I think a pit stop was like 20 something seconds here. That was a poor turn. Verstappen still ahead of Ricciardo on the release from the pits. That's interesting to see. Alright, another lap done. Max Verstappen catching us quickly. He's 6 seconds behind me. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap, of course. That's why he's so quick. Ricciardo in the pits now.
Max is really pushing hard now. He's just put in the fastest lap of the race.
I know, that's good. For the team, it's very good. But I think I can beat him when I get on my soft stint soon. Alright, Sainz, Ricciardo now pitting, so they are on their last stint now. I'm about to pit on like 26 or 27. They're probably going on mediums as Daniel Ricciardo comes out on medium set of tires. He is 27 seconds behind us, so that's a pit stop in a bit, I think. But let's try and push as hard as we can and try to extend that gap a little. Max Verstappen is going to take the lead 100%. But I just want to secure P2 as well as possibly push on Verstappen. Tire wear is looking okay with 30%. So we should still be competitive. Max Verstappen putting in another fastest lap. That is quite a sight to see. So the car is speedy. I mean, we knew that already. It's a fight between us two, so let's see. Alright, we definitely need to box as they are well beyond their lifespan. So here we go, into the pits. Verstappen's going to take the lead, and I think we should be in front of Ricciardo as we exit the pits, or maybe somewhere around his position. I just hope that we can do it quickly. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 2.8, okay. About 3 seconds, which is bad. Let's see if we can make it in front of Ricciardo. Come on, come on, come on. Yep, we are well ahead of Ricciardo. That's good, that's good. Alright, let's put some heats into the tires and hopefully push for another fastest lap attempt. Here we go, this is our fastest lap attempt. 2 green sectors, and is it fastest lap? Yes, it is indeed a fastest lap. Nice. Alright, penultimate lap coming up. Max Verstappen has stormed ahead on his medium compound tire. He is way ahead. We are sitting in P2 comfortably, and I think we'll see out the rest of the Grand Prix like this. Ricciardo with 13 seconds behind us, so there's no way, unless I crash massively, that he gets P2 from us. So it seems like this is going to be the run-up or the result of the Grand Prix. So I'm just gonna casually make my way here. Here we go, last lap of the Grand Prix. Still miles behind Max Verstappen, but catching a Haas up ahead, I believe. Back markers, 2 back marker Haas's. Here we go, final couple turns coming up. We're in sector 2. One of the hardest chicanes on this course, I believe. Let's look at our tire wear. 38%, still looking good. And a nice hairpin turn. And now we give it everything we've got. Max Verstappen is going to win the Grand Prix. and we are gonna come in second. Ricardo is third, last spot on the podium. We secured the fastest lap as well, so that's an extra point for the championship. So all good in the hood. Here we are coming in for P2.
Great work. Well done. We're really happy with the podium here.
A truly magnificent drive then, and a great performance from the entire team to secure victory here in Canada. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
So I think it's been a while that Max Verstappen actually got a podium, so it's good to share the podium with him today. We got P2 and Max gets P1, fastest lap of course, so we got maximum points out of the weekend. Couldn't have asked for a better result.
Let's see how the driver standings have changed. That lead at the top of the table has shrunk somewhat today. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
So the results are as follows. We get the top two podium spots with maximum points secured in the weekend. Ricardo rounds out the last spot. Stroll, Leclerc, Sainz, Bottas, Gasly, Kvyat, and Perez round out the rest of the points positions. Of course, Red Bull getting 2 points positions within the 10. Ocon, Russell, Norris, Ocon, Russell, Albon, Hamilton, Schumacher, Aitken, Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Grosjean, De Vries, and Latifi round out the rest. Of course, Latifi not finishing the race. It is going to be interesting to see at the standings. Let's check the standings here. Max Verstappen is still in the lead, extends the lead to 20 points. I think it was 14 before this. Of course, he got 6 points more than we did in this Grand Prix. Valtteri Bottas is in third, still 77 points behind Max Verstappen and 57 behind us. So the Su Motorsport team is kind of elevating themselves away from everyone else in the driver's standing. Notably, Daniel Ricciardo bumps up to 61 points and secures P6. There's some shuffling going on in the bottom half of the table, but that is going to change over time, of course. Constructor standings wise, we extend our gap. I think 148 point gap to Mercedes now, 298 points in total for us. Red Bull though are bumping up to P4 now in the constructor standing with 71 points, and McLaren dropping down on 64 and Racing Point on 62. So that is going to be an interesting fight for the midfield. So I don't know, this Grand Prix was fairly straightforward. We didn't have much competition here. We were just miles ahead of everyone. Max Verstappen and myself fronting the grid after a solid qualifying session. As you see here, we got the starting well equipped pretty much. We started off very well, that's what I'm trying to say. A small touch with Hamilton resulted in him getting a wing damage, so he probably had to pit for that, and then that cost him a lot of time. But we were able to pretty much keep ourselves up top for most of the Grand Prix. Of course, getting that like 10-second gap immediately within the first 7 or 8 laps really helped us secure the front 2 positions. Max Verstappen had amazing racing speed and racecraft on this track. He just stormed ahead, and I don't think we've had a teammate so far in the series where our teammate was quicker than us and better than us. We were always ahead, and we were miles ahead of our teammate and having a drive, a leisure drive if you will, on this track. our strategy was all right. I mean, the soft to medium soft was just as good as the soft mediums. I think Max Verstappen's soft medium was a little faster than our strategy because his pace was really strong at the start, and then towards the end of the Grand Prix he was also strong because my soft compound tires wore out towards the end, like lap 34, 35, and Max was still on optimum medium compound tire. So good job on the other side of the garage today. Max Verstappen did very well to secure the lead. Other than that, I don't think there's much more to say about this Grand Prix. Pretty straightforward. I don't know how much of the footage I can show you guys because I think overall it was a boring Grand Prix because of it's just me driving well. But yeah, that was it for the Canadian Grand Prix. Number 41, of course, and I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. So if you did, please leave a like, subscribe using the red button down below, and hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified when the next video goes live. Until the next Grand Prix, I hope you guys take care of yourselves and enjoy Drive to Survive Season 3 on Netflix, because I am. I'm recording this on the day of release, so enjoy that, and I'll see you in the next video of mine. Hopefully it's going to be a Formula 1 one, so next Grand Prix. See you then, and take care.